All right, sixth grade. So we are on day 2. I want to start by congratulating Emma for catching my intentional mistake on literally the first problem that I put online. Also, I'm not a YouTube star yet. I know it's coming, but it's not here yet, so I'm still here to teach you guys. So today we're going to talk about multiplying fractions. These are examples 1 on the notes that you have. So our first fraction is 2/15 times 5/8. So there's a couple ways to go about multiplying fractions. You could simplify first, then multiply, or multiply and simplify. It really doesn't matter which way you do it to me. But the one thing you need to remember is when you multiply fractions, you're just multiplying straight across. Numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. So we're going to do it that way first. So if I were to do 2/15 times 5/8, I would take my numerators. 2 times 5 is 10. 15 times 8 is, let me do some math here, 120. And then I can just simplify that by dividing by 10. And I end up with 1/12 as my answer. And that's one way to do it. All I did was multiply straight across, simplified, got my answer. Another way would be you could simplify first. So if I rewrote this problem, so 2/15 times 5/8, if I rewrote it, you can simplify any numerator with any denominator. It doesn't necessarily need one to be on top of the other. For example, 2/8, I know that simplifies by dividing each of these by 2, simplifies to 1/4. Over here, 5/15, those also simplify. I can divide each of those by 5, that would be 1, and that would be 3. And now I multiply straight across. 1 times 1 is 1, 3 times 4 is 12. You can see we got the same answer either way. So again, it doesn't matter which way you do it to me. You can multiply then simplify, or simplify then multiply. It doesn't make a difference. All right, let's look at example 2 here. 2 4/5 times 1 1/8. So the second problem here. This is a mixed number times a mixed number. There is no shortcut here. You have to make them improper. You can't multiply as is. You have to make them improper, then multiply. So remember, to make a fraction improper, you take the denominator times the whole number plus the numerator. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 4 is 14. So that's going to be 14/5. Over here, I got 1 1/8. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 1 is 9. That is going to be 9/8. So now I have 14/5 times 9/8. So we could simplify right away, or you could simplify at the end. If we simplify right away, if I look at 14 and 8, I know those are both even numbers, so 2 is going to go into both. I can divide both by 2. That's now 7. That's now 4. I don't really see anything else that can simplify. So I'm going to multiply. 7 times 9 is 63. 5 times 4 is 20. So I end up with an improper fraction here. My denominator is larger than my numerator. My numerator is larger than my denominator. Sorry about that. So now I need to convert this into a mixed number. So I'm going to do 63 divided by 20. 20 goes into 63 3 times. 3 times 20 is 60. Subtract, I get 3. So that means I have 3 with 3 left over. So 3 and 3/20. All right, so those are both of the examples for example 1, multiplying fractions. Come back to watch the video on dividing fractions.